Okay, so now that I'm calmed down a little bit, you guys, man, I mean, not that I've got I don't even know that I have an audience at all. I suppose that's besides the point. Just keep watching all these true stream medias and Corvette reports and Crow houses and all these big wigs. Yeah, they got it all figured out, man. Yep. Yippers. Yep, they got it all figured out. So, reflecting on my series of videos from last night, and the reason that I focused on that crazy thing, whatever it is, that subhuman, this like hell, Satan, and all this. This is the problem. And just like that story that Call for an Uprising just covered about that witch, that self-proclaimed witch that killed her mom and chopped her mom up into pieces. When you look at the profile of that witch, it's the same dumb fucking, like, totally stupid. I mean, Call for an Uprising, covers the story, and he pulls up all her Instagram photos, pulls up her mugshot. This is a true story that just happened in October, where she fucking killed her mom and chopped her up. And when you go into the story, this girl joined the Illuminati and traveled to California to get all the lucky charms and all the perks for joining the Illuminati, to become the next supermodel in Hollywood and this. They're all the same. All these witches, they're all the same. That is the profile. That is the typical profile of a fucking witch. They're dumb as fuck. They are like the stupidest motherfuckers on the planet. And that's why I kept referencing that picture, that subhuman. We gotta keep fighting because we just have to. Hail Satan, and I'm not being hyperbolic when I'm talking about, when I'm referencing this witch cult that I dealt with 2 years ago, and I'm using these people as examples, because this is literally the people this is exactly how they are. They are the dumbest motherfuckers you will ever come across. And like when all this happened to me, like from day one, when the day one of the event, and I talk about how my dumb fuck ex-girlfriend, this self-proclaimed witch, had left her fucking Facebook logged in, and I opened up the computer and there's her Facebook. She's like logged into it. And so I'm able to look at her posts and read all the messages that she's like corresponding with all these other, and they're all just totally dumb, like that chick in the story of the witch who fucking killed her mom and chopped. Same dumb. They're like the dumbest fucking people. Literally the dumbest motherfuckers. And that woman Sheila, who was her handler. That was my ex's handler, was that crazy bitch Sheila. And she's like fat and ugly as fuck. Just the stupidest looking. And then her whole, like, I was able to look at her Facebook, and it's all just dumb. These people are the stupidest motherfuckers. But they're getting away with murder and shit. Just like that dumb bitch who fucking chopped up her mom. Like, I mean, and that's what it takes. The only way that law enforcement is gonna catch on to these dumb people is after the fact. After they kill somebody and chop them up and put their fucking body parts in the oven, then the cops show up. They don't, dude, call for an uprising, that video. And I referenced it. It's in my fucking playlist where Call for an Uprising covers that story of that witch. And there's a certain section of that video where he talks about how the cops protect them. It is true. I mean, I don't know how to bring this point across to where people will realize this, because it sounds crazy that the cops would be protecting these self-proclaimed witches. Why would they do that? Especially since these self-proclaimed witches, they're so dumb. They're dumb as all fucking hell, bro. They are the stupidest fucking people, and the cops are protecting them while they're fucking murdering people and doing all this insane shit. Like, this is real. This is not a joke. I saw it first fucking hand, bro, with this shit that happened to me. And I don't know how to relay this to where people will understand that this is real. This is what is going on in everyone's communities and neighborhoods and towns and cities. This phenomena is being hidden. They are intentionally sweeping all of this under the rug. They don't. Call for an Uprising is totally 100% correct in his coverage. They're hiding all of this. Like, for example, when I started realizing what Todd Mahdi means and connecting it to, like, this is a cult. It's a Todd Mahdi cult. Well, first of all, no truthers are talking about anything about a Todd Mahdi cult. Try to look up the Todd Mahdi death cult. Look it up. Nobody's talking about it. So I'm coming across something that nobody's talking about. Okay, the Todd Mahdi shit is real. It's real. And then I'm looking up, like, well, I'm like looking up, are there stories of people getting caught, running these life insurance policy scams? And you would be surprised how few stories there are. Like, they're hiding these stories of people getting caught with these life insurance policy scams. They'll have a couple here or there, and then they're always fluff piece stories because they never expose that it's a network. Like the Todd Mahdi is a network. They always cover the story as it's just this one individual that was doing it. Like that story, one of the stories I came across was a police officer that had been doing it for fucking 10 years. And he was the lead investigator for that police department. And so he was putting life insurance policies out on people, and then he was killing them. And then because he ran the investigation unit, he was covering up their murders. And he had gotten, in 10 years, he had gotten over $10 million in life insurance policies doing this. And when they cover the story, it's a fluff piece because they show that it was only him, that there wasn't a network. It was just him. And then they caught the bad guy. So now it's okay. Yay. And these are the only stories you'll ever find about this life insurance policy fraud. Dude, it is a fucking network. They're calling out to people, join the fucking the terms of death evil eye Illuminati cult and get in on this network where everybody's doing this fucking life insurance policy fraud. It's a massive network. The Todd Mahdi, dude. The Todd Mahdi death cult. But you don't hear anybody, nobody's talking. True Stream Media isn't talking about it. I don't, the Call for an Uprising doesn't even know about the Todd Mahdi death cult. The Todd Mahdi. Nobody does. I fucking discovered it. But it's not just in this town. I guarantee you, if it's happening in this town, dude, it's happening. And again, all these people that are involved, they're recruiting the people they're recruiting to join the Todd Mahdi fucking cult. It's a massive network, and it's all those, like that stupid picture I kept using as a backdrop for my videos, all those 4 videos I posted last night. I'm telling you, it's those people that are the ones that are pushing the buttons and pulling the levers on the fucking Todd Mahdi network, so that they can get their little kickbacks, while the people operating the fucking Todd Mahdi are cashing in on, they're getting the bulk of it. And these dumb fucking people are in fucking mass. And that's what I discovered. That's what I discovered 2 years ago. And that's part of, like, see, as I'm doing the storyboard, like, that's how I discovered the Todd Mahdi. I just discovered the Todd Mahdi like a couple weeks ago. It requires a lot of fucking piecing together of puzzle pieces. And I'm doing this by myself. Luke, I am telling you, if I had like a think tank and it wasn't just me, dude, it would be like, I mean, the coverage would be way more effective. Like if I had a think tank where I wasn't doing this by myself, but anyways, it's so crazy. And so I only discovered the Todd Mahdi thing by just doing this storyboard and talking about it in videos and thinking about it, and then doing more videos, and then I review and reflect on what I'm saying, and then I'm piecing more pieces of it together. Like, this is real. This is not. So whatever, dude, it doesn't matter. Like I said, I can't figure out how to present this in a way to where people will like take it seriously, where they'll be like, dude, I think that this guy is on to some shit or something, you know. And again, like I was saying last night, when I'm reflecting on what I was talking about last night, that is one of the most shocking things about the witch phenomenon, is they are the stupidest people, but they're able to just walk free, like get away with all kinds of shit and walk free. And it literally takes them having to get caught in the act of chopping up a dead body and baking it in an oven before the cops will do anything. And that is because exactly what fucking Call for an Uprising said is exactly true. These cops are protecting them. That's how big of a network it is. This is how big of a network it is. The cops are protecting them. Why? Dude, because it's a network. It is a massive underground network. That's why. And it's really easy for cops to just pretend like they don't know what's going on and just keep pulling people over because they didn't make a full stop at the stop sign. So they're not policing any real crime. And then they're covering all this this Todd Mahdi network type shit up. They're part of it. And I cannot emphasize this enough. The masses that are involved are these stupid people like that subhuman that I used as a backdrop for my videos last night. That is the atypical witch. They are the stupidest people you could possibly imagine. And they love they love Facebook, because with using Facebook, they can build an illusion on their Facebook page that they're a powerful witch, that they're very powerful and stuff. And the most bizarre aspect of it is when you see them out in the real world. This person who's on Facebook, they're talking about how powerful they are. When you see them in the real world, They are the weakest people you will ever come across in your life. They're the most weakest, most cowardly, most pathetic, and they think they're like their super ego is completely out of control. They believe that they are goddesses and shit. And and this is a big part of the story, which is why last night I used her as a backdrop. Like I said, I cannot emphasize this enough. This is such a major component of the story, my storyboard, is these are the people that I'm talking about. And it's a network, and they are functioning as a network with that, and they're being handled by, it's all there's a hierarchy. But I mean, I just can't emphasize this enough. And those dumb people, they're all the ones that are pulling the levers and pushing the buttons for the Todd Mahdi network, and these other kind. Todd Mahdi is just one. I just discovered it, but it is real. I mean, it's just one. But dude, it's real. The Todd Mahdi shit is real, man. And it's happening out here, like a lot. And that's why the police are protecting it. Look, you don't understand, and it's because it's so difficult to cover all this story. The people that come out here to this town, the majority of them are elderlies, retired people, and the elderlies are the easiest to target. And when elderlies are living in RVs at these RV parks, well, the people that run these RV parks have all the information they need to, like when you apply to live at an RV park, they'll ask for your social security number and all kinds of personal information. This is all the information that a person needs to put out a fucking life insurance policy out on you. Is all the information that these RV park people require in order to live in these RV parks. And the elderly are the easiest to target. They're easy. And so you got a whole network out here that are fucking putting life insurance policies out on these elderly people, and then it's so easy to kill them. I'm telling you, man. There's an RV park, and a credible source told me this, because he's been coming out here to this town for years and years, and was telling me that like 8 years ago, he found out that one of these RV parks intentionally shut the power off during the summer out here. And then during the summer out here, it's like 125 degrees in the summer. And when an RV park intentionally cuts off the power and makes it look like, that it's some kind of power outage, it'll fucking take out at least 2 or 3 or 4 fucking elderly people living in those RV parks. They have figured out all kinds of ways to kill people out here. And I'm telling you, it's the Todd Mahdi. That's what's happening out here. It's the Todd Mahdi death cult. Terms of death, evil eye. Their eye is always on the lookout for who is the next person they can put a fucking life insurance policy out on. And again, when you try to research like coverage of stories of people doing putting life insurance policies out on people, they're very rare. And when you do find them, it's a fluff piece. It's like this one person was involved. Dude, it is a fucking network. And it's all those dumb people like that Satanist, hell Satan. Those are all the people that are joining the Illuminati. And that girl who killed her mom and chopped up her body and threw it in the oven. These are the dumbest people. Look into that story that fucking Call for an Uprising did on that witch. And he goes through her profile, her Instagram profile. And they're these stupidest fucking people on the planet. And they're like, they put the Illuminati shit on their jacket, and they think they're gonna get famous and stuff and go to fucking Hollywood, and like they're just the dumbest motherfuckers on the fucking planet. But they're the ones pulling all the levers and pushing all the buttons to coordinate and make this stuff happen. And they're en masse, a black mass. And these are the people that did this to me 2 years ago. And they all hide out in this town. They're all these dumb people, and they all walk free. And I guarantee you, they're all involved. They're all have the evil eye looking for who's the most vulnerable people that they can put life insurance policies out on. You got tons of elderly people that live out here, man. It's so easy to get away with this stuff, and you can just once you're aware and you start looking, it's like totally obvious. Like, dude, oh holy shit! Like, this is insane. What's happening? And this is just a microcosm of the macro. You know, like, this is what's happening in the world. You know, going back to Morpheus, showing they want to turn you into this. They just want to. All they're using you for. You're just a fucking source. You're just a resource to them. You're not a human being. You're just a resource. Well, that's what the whole Todd Monty is about, is just viewing people as resources, like, you know, to put life insurance policies out on and then just kill them. To turn you into a fucking battery. That's all you are. And especially to these witch cults and shit. That's all you are. And they will. These witch cults, they will. If they can get away with it, they will. They will fucking, they'll take your soul. Because that's all you are. You're nothing. You're not a fucking witch. This is real shit, bro. And my prediction is that I sound crazy now. 10 years from now, this is going to be one of the big things, that it's going to be the fucking hot, popular, sexy flavor of the week, flavor of the year, trendy thing everybody's going to be talking about, because it's going to continue. It's going to grow and become so prevalent that people aren't going to be able to ignore it anymore. It's just going to be a common thing, is these fucking networks, these death cult networks that are fucking putting out life insurance policies on people and fucking just getting away with murder all day. And they're these stupidest fucking people. Join them, we gotta keep fighting because hell Satan. They're just the dumbest people on the planet, which is one of the most, like I keep saying, it's one of the most infuriating and devastating aspects of it, that the stupidest motherfuckers are getting away with it. And the reason they are is exactly what Call for an Uprising said when he covered that story of that chick, that fucking self-proclaimed witch that killed her mom and chopped her body parts up. That the cops are in on it, dude. They protect all these people, and it is mind-blowing. Like, if I could get the video footage of that cop when it was me and the cop and Sheila, and his video, because he was standing right, his camera would be right on her. When I was asking Sheila's one of these self-proclaimed fat, ugly, stupid witches, and I said, you know, I heard your husband died, and he said, the way her response, if I could get that video and post it, then, I mean, naysayers it would be compelling, because they'd be like, whoa, that is crazy. But I don't have the video. All I have is my word. But if I had that video, like, dude, I don't know that I'll ever forget. Because I was like, I heard your husband passed away. And her response was just obvious, dude. She's like, yep, they found him out in the desert dead. Right in front of a cop. And I want that fucking video footage. Because then I said, well, did they determine the cause of death? And she's like, nope. They don't know if it's suicide or homicide. But, no, she said, I go, did they determine the cause of death? And she goes, nope. They never found a gun, so they don't know if it's suicide or homicide. But I don't own any guns, so I'm clear. If I could get the video that fucking cop, and I could show you, and she looks, her stupid, dumb, fat face with her stupid fucking toothless fucking hag, like, and her fucking super ego, like, yep, they found me. Like, it's the exact identical thing to that dumb bitch that I used as the backdrop on the last 4 videos. Same stupid fucking people. And the cops, that Call for an Uprising is right, dude. Like, that cop, dude, it's obvious. These cops are fucking protecting, and it's a network. That's why they're protecting them. It isn't like they're just protecting individuals. It's a network. Fucking crazy.